Okay, y'all, so ever since I got this Jeep, which I've only had it for like 3 months now, the rear wiper didn't work, and actually it didn't even come with this whole rear wiper. I put that on only to find that the motor was bad, hopefully, because if you look up here, this looks like it was all tapped into and painted. I don't know, that definitely doesn't look like it's stock. This goes to a bulb here, but I just I went to a, I don't know what it's called, like I guess a junkyard where they get crashed vehicles and they sell the parts off of them. It's kind of like a pick and pull but independent. So I got this new motor for like 50 bucks. I just tested it, it works. Here's the old one. So we need a couple 10 millimeters to get this old one out. We got one here, we got another here, and then there's this whole bracket, which is 2 more 10 millimeters we're gonna need to get out. There and there, and then to get it out, we're gonna have to pop this open, and there's a, I think it's a 14 millimeter, but I'm not sure, which attaches the motor to the actual wiper, and that should be it. So I'm gonna get this old one out and I'll check back in. So this bolt here is actually a 13 millimeter. I was pretty close, but to get this out, this is just, you gotta unplug this plug like I was saying, and then there's a bunch of screws, and then there'll be two real long screws up here. But you could do all that with just a Phillips head. And I'm trying to think, just clips. I mean, here's what it looks like with that off. And I would recommend taking the whole thing off. You could like lower it down, but I think you're better off just taking the whole thing off so it's out of your way. But all right, now we're gonna get this out of here, get the new one in. Okay, so I guess for whatever reason, these two are Allens. The Jeep I took it off of, they were just 10 millimeters. And also you'll have to move this harness so you can get to the bolt. But all right, well, we'll go get an Allen, get this off. Why has everything got to turn into a pain? All right, so I ran into yet another issue. So you see how on this one, how long this bolt is right here, and then it has that little piece under it that's metal. Well, it's actually like some aluminum, I don't know. But I just had to cut this new motor because, as you see, there's only, the thread just went down to here. So I just cut this off. It was the same thing. And now the wiper is fitting, because before the wiper I couldn't even tighten it or nothing. But now we should be able to get it on, thanks to the help of this. I know not everyone has this. My dad has a whole bunch of tools, so whenever I work on stuff, I usually come over here. But definitely get you one of these. This came in clutch so many times. All right, there we go. So I was having trouble. You really got to get this down pretty level. I'd say there's what, maybe a 1/4 of an inch gap. Yeah, I'd say that 1/4 inch is the sweet spot, because I had it out like 1/2 inch, and it was going down here and everything. It was doing some weird stuff. But that's very good. Now, what I was worried about is because it's really hard, but here, I'll lock it down into position. Right there. Bang. That's awesome. All right, so there we go. This took me a little longer than I'd like to admit, but I ran into quite a few issues. This thing right here really helped, cutting that little bolt off. It's just some cheap metal. I don't know what exactly it was. Here's the shavings of it. This is definitely overkill. It was cutting through it like butter, but yeah, there it is. Here, everything else up. Now, of course, this freaking light won't work, so that's annoying. Got all these screws back in, but yep. Hopefully this video helped you guys and you can get your back wiper working again.